Hi guys, 1 minute in, 1 second in, 1937 on Tuesday the 28th of June 2022. Um, I've got some muppet trying to attack me from outside the building. She could just be some crazy psycho from upstairs, but probably not, to be honest. I can't really be asked talking too much. I haven't really got the energy. I've just had a bit of mouth spray and it sent my head into a bit of a spin. I've had a lot of conversations with my mother and the Nottinghamshire Police and the Highbury unit and the crisis team. There's a lot they don't want me to expose. And they also want me to believe that that's a mental health problem. I don't really care. I can give a fuck what they think. And this little cunt can carry on as much as she wants. She ain't getting to me. She's trying to put a bad feeling in my heart, and that's quite a regular occurrence in this neck of the woods. A bit like in Highbury, it was a lot more complicated. It was a lot more, it's cool. It's not cool playing on your fears, but I've got something else trying to, sort of affect my feelings and my state of mind and my emotions. But none of this is on a level that Highbury was on. NG36AA, that was extremely intense. These idiots are about fucking 20 years behind, silly little boys and girls. And, I'll keep going back to the word karma, dharma, Hanuman, the monkeys, you've got the, I was even thinking of, then rapes happened outside that building in London, and then the next thing you know, Boris Johnson is outside there doing some talk. So, they know my mind does affect a lot. Why, I don't know, and it does irritate me that this is the case. But, hopefully I'll survive. Well, obviously I'll survive. I mean, I'm not fucking stupid. I'm not going to predict my own death like what was going on in Nottingham. Anyway, so I spoke to Nottingham Police. They're not interested. It's not a crime at the moment because we can't prove anything at the moment. But I can prove quite a lot. So, still feeling a bit sick, to be honest. I've drunk too much Coca-Cola and I've had too much mouth spray, and I would like to puke all this shit they're putting into me, which I managed to do in the Highbury unit, but I can't do that at the moment because it's not quite coming up. So it's going to have to just settle in my stomach. But it does pass. I've obviously got a lot of enemies here. And really, let's be honest, have we got any friends at all? I mean, this bloke from where was he from? That northern city, not Tyne Wear, not Tyne Weir as they call it. It's called. I can't think now. It's got a major. I think she's just jealous. I think that's what it is. It's called. Where YMCA, all that shit. It's a northern city anyway. And he says that he only trusts a very few group of people, but what's a load of bollocks. You can't really trust anyone, can you? I mean, me and my mother, we can have the most maddest of arguments, and then 5 minutes later it's all back to normal again. Anyway, so I had a very interesting chat with Nottinghamshire Police. I talked about the they're drug runners. It's common knowledge that they are supplying people with heroin and cocaine, crack. Fuck knows what reason, apart from to send the city off on a mad one, which is, in a way, a lot of fun, but it can also be, well, I don't want to use the word dangerous because, they could use that against me. But I just have, so there you go. Anyway, we're 5 minutes 34 seconds in. The crisis team haven't got back to me. They said they'll get back to me within half an hour. Whatever I left on their voicemail was partly what got me. I was leaving all sorts of messages. I don't know what. I can't exactly remember what I said now, but that was the catalyst that sent this weird shit into motion. But it's just me following my lead. Do you know what I mean? It's not necessarily me knowing what I'm doing, really. It's kind of just me following my nose. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I do believe I've got some kind of, something I've got to do here. And I do believe part of it is to get rid of these medications and, kind of set the world on a better path. I mean, when I was in Brighton, they said to me, if you ever want to be Prime Minister, you better be careful about what you're doing and what they know about you. And do I really want to be Prime Minister? I don't know. It's a bit of a dangerous one, isn't it, really? Anyway, this little cunt outside, whoever she is, she ain't going to give up. I don't think you can hear her because she isn't talking loud enough, but she's a little fucking rat, and I'd love to fucking rape the cunt and destroy her and hurt her so bad because of what she's trying to do to me. It's called, well, you could call it defense mechanism, or you could call it getting your own back. I don't know what you call it, but she's trying her level best to get under my skin and do harm. And what you meant to do, do you know what I mean? And this is what I'm up against, is 747 now. There's an interesting one. That's the plane that was meant to take me to Brussels, or Brussels sprouts, as the Dana crew, the Shrewsbury prison like to put it, taking the piss, but that's kind of like a Shrewsbury joke. It's not a London joke. 811 now, that don't mean nothing to me. But when those codes, started clicking into my brain, and I am angry that they've got all my vitamins and my minerals and that I can't take them, and act in that and keep that high spirit up, even though obviously they are in my system. So got someone else trying to irritate me now with some stupid childish noise. I don't know who they think they are, or you can hear that, can't you? I mean, that, yeah, now it's gone quiet, It's just head games, it's mind games. He's quite enjoying that. He's having a banging time. 9/11 now. You see how these codes kick in, and there's a lot of repercussions that's going to happen here, and not repercussions. Repercussions is the wrong word, because what I'm trying to do is kind of free people from their pain. But when you're in a mental health hospital dealing with people on a lot of dangerous drugs, and you're trying to help them, that ain't easy, because you know what it feels like to be on those drugs. But yet, another way of looking at it is helping. But then you could turn that around on me and say, well, is it helping you? And the answer is no, it's not. But I have to put up with it. I have to cope with it. Yeah, so anyways, we'll leave it there because otherwise fucking Instagram won't accept it. And that's, I hate talking like this because it's a little bit, you could use the word fake or cosmetic, but, we can all fall into that trap, can't we, wanting to be the top dog. Snoop Dogg and fucking Kanye West and Will Smith and all the other. Although Will Smith was a bit stupid, wasn't he? Kicking off in the award ceremony the other day. So yeah, I don't know how this is going to go down anymore because they're saying to me if I don't take this mood stabilizer, I'm not going to the bank and. I feel like saying fuck the bank, I don't need to go to the bank because the banks are just, Nottingham has changed a lot and I have changed Nottingham and I can say that and know that it's the truth because, I don't know what it is about me and the fact that I'm in London and I can talk openly about this and not feel arrogant or cocky because it is the truth. In many ways, a lot of changes occurred in Nottingham and the police were very interested in me to begin with, a bit too interested. And now they figured out who I am. And I don't think they don't see me as a threat because, well, maybe they do, but, they're just telling me to speak to the mental health services, which is what I'm going to have to do. Anyways, I am going to cut this short, and not because I'm arrogant, fake, or cosmetic, but because I do want to upload this to Instagram. So I'll see you guys in my next update, which may be later on or tomorrow.